Dude, what's going on, everyone? It's Omar Almodovar here with Elite Recruits. Today's video, I have a very, very special guest. One of my own guys is going to be on here to share his journey. He's currently at the tournament playing Division I baseball right now, and hopefully ready to win a ring after this weekend. So go ahead, introduce yourself, tell everyone where you're from, your position, and where you were at when we first got connected.
Got you. Yeah. What's up, guys? My name is Nathan Monceaux. I'm originally from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Sure.
So right out of high school, I went to Loyola University of New Orleans. There was a 2-year or a 4-year program as an NAIA. Wasn't really happy was I was there. They're a great program. Love that program. They're actually in the NAIA College World Series right now, so super happy for them. But entered the portal. Ended up at University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff with Coach Stout. Truly blessed to be there in the SWAC. And yeah, I'm a pitcher. And yeah, Elite Recruits would help me a lot. This past summer when I was in the transfer portal, I tried to do all of it kind of on my own, posting on my own on Twitter, all that stuff. When we got to the end of or about middle of July, I still had I think I had one D1 offer, and it was like in New York. Like to me, I'm South guy. It was way too up north for me personally. But so then hit up Elite Recruits, found them on Twitter, talked with them for a little bit, talked with Omar, got it all set up, and my phone just started blowing up, man. And I had a lot of the same thing, kind of a lot of those Northeast schools that getting me the D1 Northeast schools. But yeah, I'm just truly thankful it gave me this opportunity this past year.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. But yeah, before we even get into that, man, I know your goal was to play at the Division I level, right? You were a guy going into your last year of baseball in school, and hey, you had the stuff, but hadn't been able to prove it at that level. Not only did you get there, but like we just talked about off camera, you've thrown 32 innings this year, and you're part of a team that broke the school record for conference wins. So that's really
Yeah.
not just being at that level, but also having success, having fun with it. You're at the tournament right now, man. And it's like, that's what I do it for, man. Like living out your dream, and you worked so hard to get there, now actually enjoying it. So kudos to you before any of that. But
Appreciate that.
let's take it back a little bit. So before we started working together, I know you said it was getting late. You had a small offer that didn't really, feel like the right fit. What
Yeah.
do you feel like you were struggling with the most at that point?
Honestly, just exposure. And I see that with a lot of guys that I know in the portal. It's just like I know a lot of guys that they're definitely good enough to at least get the shot at the D1 level, but they just don't have anyone there. No one knows them. No one's seen them on Twitter. They don't have any coaches to kind of reach out to, and so they just get kind of lost in the shuffle.
For sure, 100%. I mean, I always tell guys, you're only going to have as many opportunities as coaches know you exist out there.
Yeah.
In today's day and age where everybody's posting on Twitter, it's not just about posting, but like how to actually get yourself out there in front of the coaches.
Right.
So we got started. We talked about what your goals were, put together a game plan to help you achieve those. Talk about how important it was for you, even that late in the process, to actually have a game plan and guidance rather than just trying to figure it out on your own.
Yeah. So you definitely helped me with it with keeping my mind open, right? I'm honestly I'm going to pharmacy school, so I'm an academic guy at heart for sure. And so that's kind of how I was at high school. That's kind of why I chose the NAIA route over a JUCO, because I knew I would have 2 years. I knew the transfer portal, all that, but I needed a more academic route for me personally. Nothing against the JUCO route. I love it for those guys, right? But you gave me when I was talking with coaches, I could text you, be like, yo, they said this. What do I say? How do I turn them down without burning that bridge? How do I keep this conversation going? All that kind of stuff. Gave me guidance with that. And then just in general guidance with when to tweet out different stuff, when to like how to handle the phone calls with the coaches, all of that stuff. That really helped me out with a lot.
For
How
sure.
to market myself. I wasn't great at that, and you helped me out with that a lot.
For sure. No, and that's the thing where you're not expected to know how to do all those things. So when it's your first time going through the process, that doesn't mean that you're not good enough to play at that level. It's just using the guidance to do the things correctly to put yourself in front of the situation.
For
So
sure.
let's talk about results, right? It wasn't just that one offer you had. Talked about, what actually happened for you and what changed with the exposure and attention you were getting from coaches.
Yeah, so I think it was something crazy, like, he posted me on, like, a Friday morning on
Mhm.
Elite Recruits Twitter, and by Monday night, I had, like, 17 I had 3 offers before that, and by Monday night, I had 17 offers and, like, 10 D1 offers or something crazy. It was
All
like
right.
my phone was just blowing up the whole time, trying to coach my summer ball team, like, taking phone calls at first base, trying to talk to everybody. It was just unreal.
And it's funny because guys you say that out loud, but nobody's gonna believe it. So we're gonna have to clip this and have guys reach
For
out to you
sure.
because it all happened. So
Yeah, like, so quick. I literally so, like, I think you posted at, like, 8:30 or 9:30, something like that, and I was coaching first base, um, on, like, for my summer ball team. I was coaching, like, a 16U team, and so I
mhm.
went in, saw you posted, I was like, "Hey, guys, hurry up. I know we're not supposed to be on our phones, but everybody go retweet this. We gotta get this out." So that everybody we're pausing, like, in the middle of an inning, everybody's retweeting stuff. I go back out there, a couple innings later, I come back, I got, like, 12 DMs from coaches already. It was unreal.
I love it. I love it. So, okay, then let's talk about a lot of players watching this right now. They might wonder what it's actually like inside the program, right? How would you describe, the support, the communication, and like your honest overall experience?
Yeah. Honest, I loved it. I've texted guys in my because I know you do high school guys too. I know this is a portal video, but like high school guys. So I've texted my high school guys that I know. I've texted my friends that are going into the portal, my JUCO guys, all that. That I would recommend you to anyone, man. Like it was so awesome because I was the first one in my family to play collegiate sports. So
Mhm.
I didn't have anyone that knew how to do any of this. So the open line communication was the biggest thing with me is I never felt like I was bothering you when I was texting you. I didn't feel that. I didn't feel like you were burdened by it. You were like honestly like itching just to help me get whatever I could get. And I loved that, dude. It helped me out a lot to be able to just text you like even stupid questions like he said good job. Like what does that mean? Like just I don't even just being able to text you about anything and get that cleared up was huge.
For sure. No, and that's the thing. It's not about just, hey, let's get you an offer and let's get you out the door, because
Yeah.
that right there is the most important decision that you've had to make in your career up to that point. And I take that seriously. Why do I take that seriously? Because if you're putting your trust in me to hold on to your future and get you to the right place, I know that I was in your shoes not that long ago. So I understand exactly how it feels. And it's never a
Sure.
bother, right? Because look at it now. It's almost a year later, and we're here catching up. I followed along with your season. You're about to play
Yeah.
playoff baseball, and you're exactly where you want it to be. I take that
Mhm.
really serious, right? And it's not just about, and I'll get off topic here for a second, but it's not just about, hey, I got you that offer, sign there, and that's it. No, I want to make sure that you're getting to where it makes the most sense for you, because how you said it earlier without me even asking, you've already told about this to all your other friends, right? Because
Yeah,
I did right by you, and now you know that I do things the right way, and you can trust
for
your friends
sure.
to come through me. So,
For
100%.
sure, dog.
Let's talk about this. So at first, obviously we didn't know each other. Were you
Yeah,
unsure about working with somebody on the internet or paying for recruiting help, and what changed your mind?
yeah, for sure. So I had a recruiting service in high school, did a pretty good job, got me to Loyola, right? Was happy with kind of where I was. But my thing was like it was already July 15th, 16th. So I was like, I mean, what I got right now is what I got. Right. School starts August 20th. Like I didn't really think I had anything left. So at first, like I really was like, I was like, I have to believe this guy is gonna help me out for me to pay at all. Right. It didn't even matter how much money it was. He's like, to pay anything, I really gotta believe that this guy's gonna help me out. And so it took a lot of reading through the pages, kind of looking through everything, researching, honestly, researching other recruiting programs and like figuring out, okay, price wise, what does this look like? How much is it going to be compared to other programs, all that stuff. And yeah, it just felt like the right fit. And that's why I went with it.
For sure. And the rest is history, man.
That's right.
Let me ask you, so if somebody's watching this right now and they're still on the fence and they're unsure about doing it, what would you tell them?
Okay. So you mean on the fence of like joining elite
Yeah,
recruits?
for sure.
Yeah, I would say do it for sure. As long as you know what you want. I think that's my biggest piece of advice is really dig within yourself and know what you want. In terms of the recruiting program, like if you want to play at the highest level that you can, then do it for sure because he'll get you exposure. Omar will get you exposure, and then you'll be able to decide. Okay, look, all these coaches saw me. Depending on obviously they got the 34-man roster spot. Like there's going to be a little interesting. Just because your only offer is D2 does not mean you're a D2 player. And there's great D2 players. Like I'm not trying to slander on that. There's really good D2 ball players. But like this is going to be a really weird transfer summer. So I think any help you can get is good for sure.
Sure, it's gonna be crazy. So
Yeah,
I'll ask you this question. And from what you've seen, right? It's not just we talk here about, hey, the results are great, but the results came through exposure, but also me telling you, hey, there's things that you got to be doing on your end to put yourself in those positions.
definitely.
What would you say, or better yet, who would you say that this program is for, and then who would you say is not for? What type of players?
Okay. So I would definitely say like if you are getting a lot of exposure on Twitter already, maybe it's not for you because you got the coaches reaching out for you, you whatever. And also, I would say if you're a guy that you're like, I just want to stay close to home, I don't care about playing at the highest level, and that's totally fine. Like it doesn't matter. Whatever, if that's what you want, I would say this is not for you because you can there's got to be someone that knows the coach over there or a player over there or whatever that can get you in touch. What I would say is if you're hell bent on like, I want to play at the highest level, I don't care where I got to go, or you're like, I want to go away from home. Like I grew up in Arkansas, which is where I play. I grew up in Arkansas. I want to go play ball in Cali. I want to go play at Northeast. Like I just want to go to experience something. Then I think Omar would be great and elite recruits would be great because they can get you in touch with coaches in that area for sure.
Yeah, 100%. You said it perfectly. So right now, after being a year removed from it, what's the biggest piece of advice that you would give to a player going into the transfer portal right now?
Okay, that's big. Um, Honestly, I kind of said it earlier, it's just digging within yourself and knowing what you want. Like I went was like I want to play at the highest level I can, right? I wanted to play D1 ball so bad. Got there, played this past year, I've had a blast and realized, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready to go on to pharmacy school, right? I got what I wanted out of baseball. Right? It's
Exactly.
like I went, I got here, I played my D1 year. We're still playing, we're in the playoffs. I'm gonna give it all I got, and then I'm gonna move on. But there's guys that like, hey, I got a girlfriend, I got family, I don't want to leave. I want to be able, I want to stay home, or I want to go somewhere where I know I'm going to play, and I know I'm going to be the guy on the mound. I know I'm going to start at shortstop, whatever.
Yeah,
And so I would just think going into this portal, know exactly what you want. That way, you know what schools you're looking for,
I
and
think
then keep your options open, man. Like you never know. Your priorities are allowed to switch throughout this summer. Like you can go in and be like, I want to play D1, I want to go all the way, blah, blah, blah. And you by the end of it, you'd be like, you know what? I don't really care about that. I want to go be the Friday night guy at a D3. And that would be great. Like, and no matter what you want, it's don't live your life for what other people would want for you. Live the life that you want and just focus on that.
I think that's huge right there because
Sure.
and it's funny you say that too, because I relate to that a lot where I got what I wanted out of baseball on the field. So it's very easy for me to transition from player to the real world, knowing that I gave it everything I had. I got to the level that I could get myself to potential wise, and I have no regrets on the other side of it.
Yeah.
Knowing what you want is huge because now I know that put baseball aside, you're ready to go into the real world all in. You never have any
Yeah.
doubts of, oh, should I have kept playing? Should I have done this differently? You gave it all you got, and you can live with that. And man,
That's right.
hopefully after this week, it ends up with a ring on your finger.
That's right, man. That's right. We're gonna give it our all for sure.
I love it. But I know obviously after this year, you're headed off to pharmacy school. But if anyone wants to follow your journey or reach out to you for advice or anything like that, where can guys find you on social media?
Yeah, so Probably the biggest one, I'll pull up my Instagram to make sure I get it right. Yeah, probably biggest one would be Instagram. It's Nate.Monceaux. I'm gonna get Omar to kind of put that out there. Just because my name's kind of hard to spell. But that would be the most one. I'm on Instagram a lot. You can find me on Twitter at Nate. I think it's Nate.Monceaux too. Or Nate_Monceaux16 on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter as much, but I check it every once in a while. So for sure, y'all can find me there.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you sharing your story.
Of
And
course.
again, good luck this week. I'll be in touch,
Appreciate it.
but thank you for taking the time. And guys out there, if you're watching this and you're serious about finding the right home for you, let's get in contact. We'll go over your situation. And if it's a fit, I'll go over a game plan that'll help you get to where you want to get to.